Okay, Chair. It is saying we are live on YouTube.
Okay, thank you, Paul. I'll begin the meeting. And can I first of all just welcome everyone to this special meeting of the One Corby Policy Committee. Can I welcome members, officers, any members of the public or the press who may be viewing us on YouTube. So we have one report to consider this evening, which members have in front of them. But before we move to that report, can I begin by asking, do we have any apologies for absence?
I have recorded apologies from Councillor Pengelly, and we have Councillor Beebe and Councillor DL attending tonight. Okay,
that's fine, thank you. Do members have any declarations of interest in the matter to be discussed tonight? Could they indicate and say whether that's prejudicial or non-prejudicial? No. Okay. In that case, we appear to be being joined by Councillor Elliston.
That's correct, Chair, but Councillor Pengelly and Councillor Latter are absent.
Okay. So we have, yeah, fine. So we're all right, yeah? Okay. Yeah. Can we move therefore to the report? It says on the report that Valerie Finke will be presenting, but it's actually going to be the acting head of PED Service, Jonathan Waterworth, who will present this report. So Jonathan, over to you, please.
Thank you, Chair. So the report in front of members this evening is seeking approval to submit Corby's Town Investment Plan projects to government as part of a £25 million funding bid. So by way of background, the Towns Fund was established by government to support over 100 places in England with an opportunity to bid for up to £25 million per place. This was with the aim of delivering regeneration and long-term economic and productivity growth whilst leveraging wider investment in the town. The condition of the bid was that the council had to set up a board to oversee the development of the investment plan. So the council set up the Town Deal Board in January 2020, and that was composed of representatives which included business reps, investors, community representatives, our MP, local government representatives, the police, and SEMLEC, to name some of the board members. And also there's a further condition that the group would be chaired by a private sector representative. And the task of the board was, with stakeholder engagement, to agree an investment plan and the projects for Corby to form the £25 million bid. And in that process, the board has set out a vision for Corby, identified priority interventions, and the 4 priority projects that are detailed in the report. So starting with the first project, this is a project looking to refurbish Chisholm House in the town centre to be used for a sixth form centre that would be run by Bedford College Group, who run the Tresham College on Oakley Road. And throughout the engagement that we've undertaken, a recurring theme has been about providing the right skills locally for residents. And this project represents our opportunity to link with local employers to develop a curriculum that provides the right local skills. It will also clearly link with the existing campus on Oakley Road. As well as this, it will also provide regeneration opportunities by introducing new uses into the town centre, as well as the economic benefits of bringing students into the town. Also, the project aims to be carbon neutral at the end of it. So the ask of the Towns Fund is £9.5 million. And I'll emphasise that this project is a shovel-ready scheme, so partners are keen to get on with this scheme. So as soon as we were able to get into a position of securing funding, we would be looking to progress this project as soon as possible. The second project is the Market Walk East site, which is a key gateway site to the east of the town centre. And developing this site will really bookend all the work and regeneration that's gone on at the west side of the town centre in terms of the Cube and the cinema, etc. So what we'd be looking to do here is provide a multi-use space of up to 2,000 square metres, which would form part of a larger residential scheme. And the multi-use space would look to include uses such as creative art space, provision for youth and community services, as well as incubator space for businesses, particularly linked to creative uses. However, those uses will be further defined and the operating model considered as part of further stakeholder engagement, which would form part of the business case stage of the project. I'm also pleased that I can confirm the total estimated cost of the project, which was to be confirmed in the report as £40 million. So with the ask of £3.34 million from the Towns Fund, that would bring in a private sector match funding of over £36 million. The third project is the Corby Walk, which has been a long-time ambition of the council to improve the station and town centre links. The central walk that was originally envisaged was deemed unfeasible in terms of the amount of the cost it would take and some of the ownership issues on that land to deliver. So what we did was undertake a feasibility to look at the Oakley Road and Cottingham Road links. And that feasibility came back at £21 million, which would clearly be a significant proportion of the £25 million available. So through the board, what we've done or agreed to do is focus on the Oakley Road scheme, which would cost a total of £12.5 million. And the rationale for that was the Oakley Road route would provide a more direct route. It's the most in need of improvement in terms of its current condition. And it would also provide that golden thread in terms of linking the town centre with the train station and the projects that we're proposing to undertake in the town centre. So allowing for Section 106 monies that the council already holds, the total ask from the Towns Fund is 11.755 million. And then the final project is a sensor network around the town centre and the main routes in Corby. And the intention with this project is that we would monitor the use and air quality in the town, and it would build up a picture of uses, how the town centre is used, and also help us to forecast future demand. And the intention of this project is really to provide that data to support future funding bids, in particular green funding bids around car charge ports for electric vehicles, and to also support demand for future regeneration investment projects in the town centre. And the ask from the Towns Fund for this project is £405,000. So to finish off, in terms of next steps, tonight we're seeking approval to submit the funding bid as the accountable body for the council. We'd be looking to submit the bid this week, so the end of January. And in terms of next steps, we'd then be looking to agree heads of terms, which would be in principle agreement for funding with government. That would then get us into the next stage, which would be a more detailed business case phase for each project. And through that stage, there'd be opportunity for further stakeholder engagement to shape the projects and work with partners over their delivery. In terms of the timeline for that, the government advice suggests around 12 months. However, for projects that are shovel ready, we're hoping that we can expedite that timescale. So although we are at the start of the journey, this funding opportunity does represent an exciting opportunity for Corby's next phase of regeneration. I'm happy to take any questions on the report, Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Do we have any questions on the report? There are a couple of councillors who I can't see because they're not on the screen.
Councillor Sims has raised his hand, Chair.
Okay, David, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Chair. I just say I'm quite, I think it's a good report, and I think it's a good opportunity for Corby to go ahead with this, especially when you take into considerations that the plan, the proposal, it takes in reforming parts of the town centre, which I think is important to do, especially with retail taking a big hit, as we all know, in recent times, and reutilising some of that space. And the same goes with office space, and putting that into some of that Chisholm House, for example, and that the proposal for that sixth form, I think it's a great idea and a great utilisation, and would be a benefit to the town. I'd like to say mention that, and also I have heard some concerns about the smart and connected part of the report. However, I would say that I'm not really, doesn't really concern me, because everywhere we go in life now, we're watched, and it's through one form or another, and mobile phones, data. If you go on social media, and that car number plate recognition system, CCTV cameras, we all have it everywhere. And when you go into shopping complexes, they do have counters to see what the footfall is. So it's nothing to be concerned about, in my view. I think it's you get collective valuable data, which will help the town going forward in planning terms. So I would recommend this report, and I would be quite happy to propose it.
Thank you, David. Councillor McGee.
Chair, isn't that good news for Corby? It's absolutely fantastic, and I welcome this. A lot of good projects that's going to help improve our growing town. Can I just ask Jonathan, I have mentioned it before, if you're doing the Oakley Road end, the 2 tunnels and the flooding have got to be a key part of any improvements we make. And the inside of the tunnels look like 1970s concrete jungle. So anything we can do to improve that is more than welcome. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, John. Okay, do we have any other questions? Questions or comments about the report? If not, I mean
Oh, sorry, Councillor Addison. Sorry, Chair. I think Councillor Addison's got a hand raised.
Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry. Okay, yeah, Jean.
My Zoom's updated, leader, and all the functions are all over the place. Thank you. No, I just wanted to echo the views of the colleagues here tonight, and especially with the east end of the town centre and Elizabeth Street. It's going to really breathe new life into that part of the town. And as John said about Oakley Road, I think the underpasses will be going. So yes, I'm really pleased about this. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Okay, I don't see any other hands raised. I just sort of support what's already been said so far, both by Jonathan in introducing the report and by those councillors who have spoken. It's an opportunity, I think, here for Corby going forward, and it's one that we shouldn't miss. I think the projects that we have in front of us have been the subject of significant consultation. They're the sorts of projects which are felt to be needed, and if we can successfully secure up to 25 million, because I realise that's the optimum amount which is available under the Towns Fund. If we can do that, then that's great. I think also the fact that we have the support from the North Northamptonshire Shadow Authority for this, and on the report that on the document itself, which will go to government, there will be sign off as well by the leader of the Shadow Authority, Councillor Russell Roberts, and by the new Chief Executive of North Northamptonshire. So that all augurs well, I hope, for the success of the town investment plan. So the recommendation really is for the committee to approve the project and the funding request for submission to the MHCLG by the deadline of 29th of January, which is indeed this week, as Jonathan points out. I think Councillor Sims has already indicated that he's prepared to move the recommendation. Can I see someone to second the recommendation, please? Councillor Isles. Okay. I'm going to go to the vote, but I'm still, there are still 2 councillors who I can't see, so I don't know how they're going to vote unless they turn their cameras on. I can see Councillor Corby. Yeah.
Chair, I can see all the councillors. So if you want to call for the vote, and I'll double check who votes for, against, and abstaining.
Okay. All right. So it's been moved and seconded. Can I see all those in favour, please?
That's unanimous, Chair.
That's unanimous. Okay. Thank you very much. Then that concludes the business of tonight's meeting. Thank you for your attendance. wish you all well. Keep safe and see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.